So let's see what ESPN thought at the beginning of the season. Standings, all that nice stuff. And let me just preface this with, everybody gets stuff wrong. I'm not trying to imply that ESPN's like really stupid for some pick. It's just more so, I needed a good title. In the Eastern Conference, Bucks, Sixers, Heat, Celtics, Nets, Raptors. I think it's pretty fair before the year. I mean, they had the Nets number 5, and I'm pretty sure it was just because of health, which was the same rationale that I had. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving coming back from injury, and the possibility of James Harden arriving via trade. The team's biggest concern, besides the health, is defense. But, I mean, at the beginning of the season, I never did a preseason prediction video, but I was thinking about the Nets around here just because I was freaked out about the health. Now, the Bucks have had some health things with Drew. The Sixers didn't have Embiid for like 18 games, something like that. Miami, part of it is health, part of it is, well, actually a lot of it is health. I mean, Dragic hasn't been the same guy, but Tyler Hero's also just been worse and stuff like that. The Celtics, I don't know if there's been like a 7-game stretch all season where the Celtics have been healthy, whether it's Kemba, Marcus missed a lot of time, Tatum is out right now, and of course he had the thing that YouTube might demonetize me for. Jalen is out currently. They trade for Fournier. He's been out for like 9 games, or he just came back. Time Lord's out now, so that, and kind of a similar thing with the Raptors. So just ended up being a really weird season, but looking at this, it's not crazy. The one that's crazy when you look at the play-in, no Knicks whatsoever, which, yeah, probably fair, but it's pretty wild to look at now, of course. Also, the Hawks definitely have outplayed what a lot of people thought they would be. I could do a video on the Hawks. At this point in the season, it gets kind of tough to think of things to talk about. It's part of the reason why I'm doing this. But still, I think it's kind of interesting nonetheless. I think Indiana, like 39 and 33, being solidly above 500. They're another team that's had a lot of injuries. I mean, didn't have TJ for the whole year. They make the Oladipo-LeVert trade. Didn't have LeVert for a while. Now they don't have like anybody, or at least they haven't for a little bit here. I think the hope for Indiana is just hopefully everybody's healthy next year and you just try again, pretty much. Oh yeah, I also forgot about the Hornets in this whole thing. When you look at this, the Hornets, their record might just effectively be this switched. The Knicks, I mean, they're not going to get to 50 wins, but the similar thing, right? I mean, these two teams and the Hawks just really outperforming it. Let's see what they said about the Hornets. LaMelo and Hayward will provide excitement and playmaking, but our panel doesn't see the Hornets being ready to make a serious playoff run yet. Yeah, I mean, PJ Washington was already pretty good as a rookie. They probably didn't project LaMelo to be this good. I mean, the Hornets didn't think LaMelo would be this good this fast. And then you have like Terry Rozier, who has been better. Devontae, kind of a weird year. I think Devontae's place with the Hornets is like a little awkward. But Miles Bridges got a lot better. They were playing him at the 5, or technically PJ Washington at the 5. I don't know for a fact, but they're doing a lot of no technical center lineups, and it's good stuff. As for the Knicks, they didn't really say a lot about the Knicks. They just kind of grouped them with the Bulls and the Pistons, talking about new front offices and Tibbs and all that. I guess it's safe to say they did not think that Julius Randle was going to be going to a different level as a player. In fact, only Chicago appears to have a real shot at making the play-in tournament, according to our panel. Hey, you know what? At the time, it wasn't crazy, okay? We look at the West, also riddled with injuries. The big thing here is, of course, Utah, who just came out firing on all cylinders, right? Just the epitome of a team that fits together so well, and guys are rolling to the basket, as in Gobert. The help comes, suddenly it's passes from one side of the floor to the opposite corner, and a million pull-up threes, and Gobert holding it down defensively. Meanwhile, Lakers, injuries. Clippers, some injuries. Kawhi's been out for a minute. Denver, Jamal Murray. Mavericks, Porzingis. Blazers, CJ and Nurkic and Collins. It's been the season of injuries, man. And we just hope that everybody's going to be healthy by the time it's all ready to go in like 3 weeks. The Marc Gasol, defensive-minded, savvy vet Gasol, and then Laker fans kind of soured on him, which I didn't like super agree with, even if I acknowledged, like, yeah, he's not as good as he was for the Raptors in their playoff run. This is interesting. They viewed the Clippers as the biggest threat to the Lakers, even after the playoff series against the Nuggets. Well, this is big. Perhaps a third star at MPJ. Well, it's not perhaps anymore. He is the third star. Unfortunately, we all know Murray is out, and, well, that sucks. The durability of Porzingis looms as a large question. Yeah, it's fair. That's why I believe at this point the Knicks have definitely won the Porzingis trade. Julius Randle's better than Porzingis, and he's more reliable to actually play. And then you take into account draft picks, and they got quickly because of the Morris cap space. They trade Morris, get a pick, draft quickly, whatever. What did they think of the Pelicans? Oh, actually, Phoenix. Duh, I should have remembered the Suns. Oh, God, Suns fans, my bad. Yeah, the Suns. I mean, they had them here 40 wins, which would not have been crazy to, 9 games behind or 6 games behind the 2 seed, which is where they're at right now. I know it looks like disrespectful now, but this was being pretty nice to the Suns at the time, for them to jump up to being a very respectable team and one that is noticeably better than the Pelicans, Warriors, and Grizzlies. It's a little disrespectful to the Grizzlies. I mean, they've been really impressive with how they've maintained so well without Jaren Jackson and with Dillon Brooks chucking up a million bad shots a game. But still sometimes having good games. Very weird Dillon Brooks season. What did they say about the Pelicans? Oh, they only said the Pelicans are looking to begin their run of contention with Zion. That was it. So I thought the Pelicans, again, I mean, I didn't do a preseason thing. I would have imagined I would have picked the Pelicans at least to make the play-in. Actually, I did say the Pelicans would at least make the play-in tournament. And I really believed that they would be better on defense. Between Bledsoe, who's usually all right in the regular season, Steven Adams, and Lonzo, and just believing more in Stan Van Gundy. I mean, I don't know. I thought Stan Van Gundy was a better coach than he is, apparently. Pistons fans were right on that one. Stan Van's not that great. I guess there's a chance it's more like he doesn't connect with the players as opposed to he doesn't know what he's doing, X's and O's wise, but still, he's been disappointing. And before this video ends, I just want to point out, changing websites, Bleacher Report predicted the Knicks to win 13 games, which seems a little crazy. Even if you didn't think they were going to be that good, 13-59? Good lord, would that have been like the worst team ever? It would have been one of them, I imagine.